I give my wife an ultimatum that she has to make changes, or we divorce. My wife, 37F, and I were dating for 3 years prior to our 7-year marriage. I am 35M. Our daughter, 5F, was born. Our marriage seems ideal from the outside. She works a full-time job, we have a wonderful child, and we live in a lovely home in an excellent school district. She must travel occasionally for her job, and she must be in the office 3 days a week. Although I work remotely and don't get paid as much, I spend a lot of time taking care of the house and taking my daughter to soccer or doctor's appointments. This is not a problem with weight gain, before anyone asks. My spouse and I both lead active, healthy lives. My wife hasn't exhibited much interest in our marriage during the last 4 or so years, and she behaves more like a roommate than a partner. We hardly ever experience closeness or romance. I know some people would immediately think of sex when I mention intimacy, but for me, intimacy is behaving like a pair, hugging, kissing, holding hands, and obviously having sex. My wife is clearly not interested in any of those and doesn't seem to want to do any of those things. She and I used to be an incredible couple. In addition, my wife doesn't seem to care about me. Important dates like my birthday and our anniversary have slipped her mind. On our last anniversary, she informed me that she had to postpone our planned dinner since she had to work late on Friday and travel the following week for work. My therapist offered couples therapy and is willing to make some recommendations once I brought this up to her. My wife quickly dismissed this when I brought it up, saying, "There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need therapy." I've given her a lot of ideas on how we could get along better in our relationship. Family getaway? We don't think our daughter will like it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I fail to understand why a 5-year-old wouldn't want to spend a few days at the beach. A romantic retreat exclusive to us too? No, my work keeps me too busy. Alternatively, why can't we just hang out at home, going out to lunch on a weekend and taking our daughter on a bike ride? I just want to unwind. I finally stopped up attempting to start a conversation with her and started looking for a way out. I spent 10 years seeing my parents struggle in their marriage, and I don't want to subject my child to that. Since I couldn't afford our house on my own, I spoke with a lawyer, prepared the necessary paperwork, and am now able to purchase a condo in town so that our daughter may continue to attend the same school as her friends. My wife and I had a recent confrontation while our daughter was out for playdate. I admitted to her that I was thinking about breaking up with her because I felt unimportant to her, and that our relationship was never a top concern. I informed her that I had an exit strategy and that I would file for divorce and full custody if she didn't make improvements by the new year. After a heated argument, she called me a cunning liar and an idiot for blindsiding her in such a way. If she actually cared about us, or even just appeared to, then none of this would be a problem, I told her. I told her that I didn't want our daughter to see how dysfunctional our marriage is. This entire event occurred yesterday. Update. After speaking with my wife, I've realized that my marriage is finished and has been for a while. I started working with my attorney on my divorce the day after I posted. It's true what they said about me, that I was an idiot for declaring I would have full custody. I made a mistake because I was upset and annoyed. We are going to divide custody, with my wife getting weekend custody and me having weekday custody. Having said that, congrats to everyone who pointed out her infidelity. You were all correct. She started to distance herself from our marriage around 4 years ago, at which point, because I was preoccupied with work and childcare, and she felt unattractive after having a child, she has been having an affair with a coworker. She is now free to leave me for him because she has started to feel something for him more recently. She was shocked that I was thinking of leaving her and believed that at the time I was aware of her affair when I offered her the ultimatum. We told our daughter that even though we are divorcing, we still love her more than anything. It seems sense that my kid was unhappy. She's going through a hard moment. I've been researching my daughter's therapy choices and have assured her that she may always talk to me about her feelings. The most difficult aspect of everything thus far is this. I'll be living close to my wife geographically. Early in January, my wife and I will move into a condo together. Her co-worker will live about 15 minutes away. I'll be able to pay off a big chunk of my new house with the selling of ours. The lawyer says that if all goes as planned, we can finish things by New Year's. But given the holidays, I'll be content with the early January. In the interim, I intend to begin reconstructing my life. I didn't plan to be divorced when I got married, yet here we are. I'm planning to take some time off to work on improving both my relationship with my kid and myself. This winter, I'm going to surprise her with a trip to Disney. I truly want to make her happy and make some wonderful memories, even though it will be costly. Weekends will be missed by me without her. Maybe when she's old enough, I'll explain everything to her and we can discuss it more. I'm going to work on myself in the interim and do my best to be the best version of myself. I suppose I'll find out someday, even if I don't know what the future holds. Update 2. Hello to all of you. I thought I would provide one last update. Now that my divorce is official, I feel relieved and tired. I can't wait to begin this new chapter in my life. I'm relieved that this, which lasted for almost 6 months, is ended. I do feel a little hollow right now, but that will pass. It was really frustrating because my ex-wife dragged sections of it out more than was necessary. She was unhappy when she eventually found a place of her own. She is also expecting, but it is not a concern of mine. Our daughter is primarily under my custody. I receive most weekends and weeknights in addition to trips. Both she and I are doing well and have somewhat adjusted to the new situation. I continue to work on myself and believe I have a long way to go. I made an effort to make the holidays memorable for her, and she is going to a therapist who is assisting her in processing her feelings. I'd want to express my gratitude to everyone who suggested infidelity support subreddits. I've gained perspective on my predicament by reading a lot of books about similar circumstances. I hope you find the strength to take the necessary action if you, or someone you know, is going through a similar issue.